U.S. government in both domestic and foreign affairs is to intercede on the behalf of the citizen. The Great Depression was caused by three main factors: an uneven distribution of wealth, overproduction, and a decrease in demand of goods. Because of the Great Depression, many people ended up homeless, jobless, families split up, and many Americans suffered from depression. The Great Depression became global when America withdrew loans from around the world. World trade therefore decreased, banks failed, and everyone began to experience financial crisis. Every country's response to the global warming was different. Increased tariffs and taxes, increased worker pay and benefits, more money into circulation, and getting a new leader with a new system included some. President FDR introduced America with the New Deal, which focused on relief, recovery, and reform. These programs did not, however, bring the country out of the Depression, but helped America get back on its feet. Germany, at the same time, was feeling the effects of not only the global depression, but the Treaty of Versailles as well. This led to fascist leadership in Germany. World War II began when Germany's aggressive acts were ignored and therefore increased. The Allies responded with appeasement to avoid starting a war, but finally ended up taking action when Germany crossed the line by invading Poland. The majority of the fighting of World War II took place in Europe. The Soviet Union provided the military while America provided the money. At home in America, depression was coming to an end and the country strengthened their war preparations. But at the same time, races were being singled out and discriminated against. For example, African Americans were being hung more, Japanese Americans were placed in internment camps, and Mexican Americans experienced their own discrimination as well. At first, America did not want to be involved in the war, so we became isolated. We eventually became an active allied partner, but we were forced to participate in the actual fighting of the war when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor. America came out of the Depression, but races were being singled out and discriminated against. Eventually, when every country in the war was weakened, America dropped the atomic bomb on Japan to force them to surrender and demonstrate how powerful we actually were. The short-term effects of the war were the displacement of countless people, mainly Jews, and countless war deaths. Long-term effects of the war were 60 million deaths. The war resulted in the United Nations, which was used to prevent anything like this from ever happening again.